seeing that how multiple times during ceasefire violations, Pakistan targeted the civilian area, and that was the cowardly attempt made by Pakistan, and that's how they work. When we target their when we target their terror camps, when we target their military bases, what do? They target our civil areas. We saw that how targeted the gurudwaras, the temples, particularly in Poonch, and also the civilian areas as well. The civilians had to face a lot of brunt because of all these shellings. Here in the pictures, we'll be showing you the shells and the mortars that were used by Pakistan due after Operation Poonch, while it was completely rattled because it, in fact, was not in a condition to have a war with India, and that's why it kept on using these mortars, these shells, and you can see that all of these were fired. They were used in the civilian areas. I'm being joined by one of the officer of Indian Army who will be briefing us. Sir, kis tarah se how they were all used, fired, targeting the civilian areas in Poonch?
Hi, Jain. So, as you correctly brought out, and initially as we briefed you also, see, on the 9th of 7th, a lot of indiscriminate fire from the Pakistani side. They unilaterally abrogated the ceasefire, understanding that was there in place between both the armies. And on the 9th of 7th, not only did they resort to targeting to the military posts that were there, they also ended up targeting our innocent civilians. Not only civilians, but also the religious places that were there. If you remember, initially I had showed you Nangali Sahib Gurudwara.
Right.
So Nangali Sahib Gurudwara is also just immediately behind us. So that was also one of the places where a lot of shells that had landed. Thankfully, there is not much damage that occurred there. But by such kind of activity, yet again, the Pakistan Army has proved that it lacks morals, it lacks values. There is no sane army in this world that would, not fight with the regular army that is there, but then, start targeting the civilians that is there.
They attacked places of worship and civilian areas, particularly in Jammu and Kashmir, including Poonch.
Now here are some of the pictures, some of the Pakistani posts which are very close, so more so to say within vicinity of say 100 meters, 200 meters. So here you can see, the Pakistani post that is there and the kind of retribution that has been carried out. So if I can say that, Pakistan Army got a taste of the Indian Army, sitting very close as to how we can respond.
This, if you can tell, there was a flag
There
that's
was a
also
flag.
brought down.
Yeah, of course. So this is a very peculiar post that is there, the one that I was mentioning, just within 100 meters. So then we carried out,
It's just within 100 meters
yeah,
from
this
the
is-
forward
yes,
post.
this is within 100 meters. So our troops, they carried out the missile firing and the rocket launcher firing, and you can see that the entire post was destroyed.
So more than 13 of the posts, the infrastructures over there, the military infrastructures of Pakistan
So
were
this is-
destroyed.
Yeah, so this is a figure that has just come.
Right.
Our intelligence agencies are still on the job, and I'm sure that more figures will come in future when we talk of the depth areas and the depth targets.
Okay. The next picture, the next board, Park Army Artillery Mortar, unexploded and ordnance.
So, for long, we have been receiving inputs with respect to Pakistan artillery on the open source intelligence. That the artillery is not in good shape, they're lacking ammunition, the equipment is obsolete vintage. And yet again, I think it was to our good fortune that they proved it. They proved it correct. A lot of shells that were fired, you can see, look at the shell. The shell that has been fired, it has been fired without any fuse. Now, which kind of soldier would actually fire a shell without a fuse? So this shows and a lot of indiscriminate
lack of training,
yeah, absolutely. Lack of training and professionalism also. Preparedness, training, professionalism, everything.
Tejshri also brought us this report from the forward areas near the line of control. And she spoke to the officers who were present there when Pakistani posts across the LOC indulged in unprovoked artillery fire. India hit back and hit back hard.
First time on the television, will be decoding from the official that how it was carried out and the posts were destroyed. Sir, if you could please brief us that behind us is the Pakistani post, the Indian post as well. How we retaliated, sir?
So when they started with the unprovoked artillery fire, we opened up our artillery, our mortars and our ATGMs, and we fired ruthlessly on the enemy, and we completely obliterated their gun positions using high-end surveillance and drones.
कितना प्राउड मोमेंट है आपके लिए? हाउ प्राउड डू यू फील बीइंग अ पार्ट ऑफ दिस हिस्टोरिक movement, and the entire nation is proud of you? We saw the Pakistani post being destroyed, Operation Sindoor being carried out, there multiple military bases also being destroyed.
देखो प्राउड तो कोई भी लड़ाई हो, कोई भी हो, कुछ भी हो, उसके बाद में जीतने के बाद प्राउड तो होता ही है। सबसे बड़ा प्राउड ये है कि हमने अपना नुकसान ना होते हुए दुश्मन को भारी नुकसान पहुंचाया। सबसे बड़ा प्राउड हमें ये है।
While our soldiers battle it out on the front, it's the war room where the activities of the enemy are being closely monitored and our response is strategized.
This is the surveillance room, war room, which is just few hundred meters away from the post of Pakistan. Here we'll also be showing you the visuals of how the Pakistan's post was decimated by the Indian Army. This is the first visual, and in the visuals Amit ji is showing that how, due to the continuous attack from the Indian side towards Pakistan, the posts, the bunkers were brought down. Not just that, the military bases, the infrastructures were also attacked. Now let us show the another picture over here. The fencing, the post, the bunkers, any moment over here will be monitored and captured in the camera. If there is any kind of suspicious movement, which is for sure, because it's Pakistan who has a habit of failing if it's India after getting a befitting reply. So any moment, India will give a befitting reply. In all these screens you can see. Let us move to the another screen there as well. In the Pakistan, that is also one of the Pakistan's post. You can see on your television screens right now. They are divided into different segments. Here again in the visuals, that's the second visual you can see. Again there was a blast. That's the Indian side, in fact, destroying the infrastructure of enemy, and the country which is a university of terrorism. And India since day has been very much clear that India is targeting only the terrorist camp, only the military bases, and not the civilians. And just opposite to it is a very undisciplined army of Pakistan. We'll speak to the officials also over here who will be briefing about what these screens are detailing and how it helped during the Operation Sindoor as well. Sir, if you can please brief us that how these, we are into an AI war, more of an information war right now. So how, in fact, it gave an idea of the movement of the enemy and how you targeted it?
See, what you see that there are total of good number of cameras. I will not be able to tell you the exact number of cameras because of the security thing. So these all cameras, they are pointed towards the enemy side. And when there was the CFV, ceasefire violation, so it was helpful to make out that where are mortar shellings and where are the RT firing or RT rounds are falling. So that is why we were able to achieve our PSDA. PSDA is basically post-strike damage assessment. That are we able to fire onto the enemy correctly or not? And as we have shown you the video earlier, this video which you see, so that was the result of this surveillance system.
So can you just brief about this particular screen, move forward and brief so that the viewer can get an idea of what's happening?
This is the firepower which we brought onto the enemy, and you can see that the enemy posts are getting destroyed. So opposite our AOR, enemy did the mistake on the intervening night of 6th and 7th that he fired 2 mortar bombs, and immediately within 3 minutes, this was the havoc which we created onto the enemy.
Within 3 minutes?
Within 3 minutes. That was the standard of training and the defense preparedness of our boys. And I would say, in fact, after 3 days when there was sudden ceasefire, so my boys were so much of, I would say, in जोश and जज्बा कि साहब अभी इतनी जल्दी ceasefire क्यों हो गया, अभी तो दुश्मन को और परेशान करना है और नुकसान पहुंचाना है. So I would say the successful execution of Op Sindoor was definitely because of the new generation weapons, equipment and missiles. But then the जवान जो उस weapon के पीछे थे, उनकी ट्रेनिंग, उनका हौसला, उनका जज्बा, उसकी वजह से हम दुश्मन की इतने बंकरों को बर्बाद कर.
How do the soldiers cope when they are on high alert? Here's a view from one of the bunkers near the line of control.
Currently, we are reporting 10,000 feet above from the ground. And first times now, we'll be taking you inside a bunker where there is MMG installed that has fired multiple rounds of bullet on the enemy. The location from where I'm reporting is Poonch, and it's a very hilly area. It also has difficult terrain and is also, very much challenging for the health as well, because it's very difficult to stay over here because it's 10,000 feet above from the ground. That's the bunker inside which we will be going, and we'll be showing you that how bunkers act as a lifeline for the soldiers who are deployed over here. Not just the lifeline, but they also carry out a precise attack on the enemy. So these are the bunkers that act as a lifeline. They are made in such a way that any mortar, any shell will not hamper the soldier. But our Indian soldier can easily target the enemy. How? Because we are just 1 kilometer away from the post of enemy, and that's the MMG, which can fire 1000 rounds of shots in 1 minute, in 60 seconds. So that's the power that we have shown to the Pak army, to the enemies. And here we'll also be speaking to the officials that how challenging it was for them to be here in the bunkers 24/7 at such a crucial stage when tensions were escalating between India and Pakistan on the night of 6th, 7th, 8th and 9th and so on. But for them, every night is a night of a war, and that's the way an Indian soldier fights. सर कितना यहाँ पर बताइए कि सबसे पहले हम कितनी दूरी पर हैं और यहाँ पर जो MMG लगाई गई है इससे किस तरह से आप निशाना साधते हैं?
अभी जो हमारे सामने दुश्मन का पोस्ट है उसकी लगभग दूरी 500 मीटर है, और जो हमारी मीडियम मशीन गन है इससे हम दुश्मन के लूप होल के ऊपर सेट करते हैं और लूप होल के अंदर फायर डाल के उसकी कैजुअलिटी करते हैं।
MMG के बारे में हमें बता पाएंगे आप कि कितने ये सहायक रही ऑपरेशन पूंछ, ऑपरेशन सिंदूर के दौरान दुश्मन को नेस्तनाबूद करने में?
ऑपरेशन सिंदूर के दौरान MMG नहीं, हमारे बाकी हथियार भी सभी बहुत अच्छे रहे, लेकिन MMG एक ऐसा हथियार है जिसका कारगर रेंज तकरीबन 1800 मीटर है और जिसकी फायर पावर भी बहुत ज़्यादा है। ये 1 मिनट में लगभग 1000 राउंड फायर करती है, और इसकी आवाज़ और इसकी जो फायर पावर है उससे दुश्मन देखते ही डर जाता है।